What's up, guys? Today I have my second place deck profile from the Lockhaven Regional. I went 7-1 where I lost out to my friend in the last round. I played TRi-Brigade Branded with the Bird Engine. So to start off things, I have the Bird Engine. So for this event, I played 3 Warbler, standard, 1 Cobalt, 1 Sapphire, standard for this variant, 3 Fractal, standard, 3 Nerval, 2 Kiras. I see a lot of people cutting this down to 1 if it's only playing 3. Personally, I still find this card pretty decent to open up with, but I don't want to open up multiples. With 2, you have the option of going to later in the game to search it out for some awkward scenarios. So a lot of times I would like to search out second and go into the late game. So for me, 2 is perfect. 1's too minimal. Going into game 2 and 3, I would start out the second Kiras though, because I feel like at that point in time, you shouldn't really be focusing on the long game. Just like focus on like stopping opponent and just burning them out. And then 2 Kit. Most lists play 3. I play 2 because I feel like with the Bird Engine, you just push so much. 3 is unnecessary, and you just want to clog your hands with stuff you can't like really use optimally at that point in time. So 2 worked out for me. In the future, I might play 3, but I need to do more testing for that. I'm going to do this addition to the deck. The 1 Macaria. Macaria is great because it gives you access to Albion. And Albion just helps you net so much advantage in the game. Even Macaria, because you can recur because of the Branded Sword, makes Macaria more lively as a hand trap, which is Godfather for Bayram. So the card just gets you places and just elevates the level of deck so much. It's ridiculous what this 1 card gives you access to. Not just 1 card, these 3 cards give you access to. So even if you just don't play the Branded Fusion, this engine is so good for just extending past certain scenarios. And even opening the Albion and Macaria isn't the worst thing. The only true pick in this deck would probably just be the Branded Sword, which you could put back because that's what TRi-Brigade does. Hand manipulation is just phenomenal. I really didn't mind like opening any of those cards and 1-ups, so it was fine there for most of the tournament. Of course, the 1 break, the Fall of Albaz. It's not even the worst break because certain scenarios you can still hard make the Mirror J, so there's that. And then for this deck, for the hand tricks, I played 3 Bell. I just wanted to have something against the Enchantress, certain Despia cards. Generically, I feel like it's better DD Crow, but that's just personal opinion. I have to do more tests with DD Crow, but I feel like this just hits more. 3 Ash. This card is so good right now because against the Branded deck, you just Ash the Branded Fusion, and a lot of times it's just enough to cut them down for the turn. And certain scenarios, they may have more, but typically, if they just stop using the Branded Fusion, they push you in a good spot. The 1 DD Crow because it's searchable. The future I might play more, but I have to do more testing with DD Crow. And then the 3 Imperm for breaking boards, really good card overall. Against the Despia matchup, it's good to hit the little Belly with it because it's the same idea with Ash and like the Branded Fusion. It stops their plays from there and causes them to have awkward like plays, and they don't open up any other extension. DD Crow is good for that too because you just DD Crow the one of the targets in Graveyard. Typically the Fallen Albaz from Lubelli. If you do it properly, it just stops them from doing certain things. So there's that. I believe so. I don't believe Luban Stormfish from the banish. If it does, then that's just bad. But I don't remember off the top of my head. It's pretty late right now. The 3 Bird Calls, standard for this variant. 2 Tactics. Guard was really good all tournament. Just helps you net you so much advantage. It's insane. Hand knowledge drawing, stealing monsters for game. It's just crazy. The 1 Tanky. The 1 Foolish. 1 for 1 because of Cobalt. 1 for 1 is insane. If you open up 1 for 1 Nerval, it's just ridiculous. one Call by the Grave, and one Feather Dust. So originally this is a 40 card deck. I added in Justice the 41st last second because I just didn't want to lose generic back row. I just want to have that advantage. Just whenever I went against them. Sorry guys, it's a little late where I'm at right now. It's like 1 in the morning. The one Branded Fusion. Just because you run the Branded engine, you run the Falling Aldas. It's pretty good. Just setting off for 2 and you're good to go from there. Certain scenarios, you open it and just that's enough to push your game if you have enough, like, you know, hand traps in hand. It's ridiculous. And then the one Revolt, you shirts off Bear Brum standards. You don't play 3 anymore. 1's all you need, realistically speaking. And then for the side deck, I played 3 Gamma, 1 Drive with the Gamma package. Pretty good, it's alright. I just didn't want to lose the shifter, so that's why I played Gamma. 3 Nibiru. Nibiru's good. Didn't resolve this all day. They haven't even the chance to draw into it all day. It's a good card. I don't know about continuing using it, perform fine without it, but you still have to respect decks like Dragon Link and Sword Soul, so that's why I played it. I didn't want to lose to any miscellaneous rogue shenanigans. 2 Anti Spell is the free. With Anti Spell is just you stop Despia from playing. You can still do stuff, but it makes it a lot harder for them to like play the game. And I guess Dragon Link is pretty good, and random rogue matchups and striker matchup is good too. Evenly match. The good for slowing down the game state. It stole me quite a few games throughout the tournament. It was actually surprising. Originally wanted to play Lightning Storms, but I didn't want to commit to spend the money for Lightning Storms, even though I had it. But it did its job. I don't think I would have done it as well as tournament without it, because it just puts a lot more unknown pressures into the game state. It's just crazy, to be honest. Double Twin Twister. Resolved this once throughout the tournament in the suboptimal way, but it helped get me there, so it did its job. I think Cosmic would have been better, but the side deck, I was like debating with myself throughout the last like 10 minutes before registration what I wanted to do, so that's what I did there. And then the one Red Reboot. Red Reboot is just really good against back row. Mainly Outlist. I didn't want to lose to like any random rogue back row shenanigans like Outlist specifically. So that's why I played the one Red Reboot. Or even just, I believe, what was it? The one from the Reeves. Red Reboot's good too. And then for the extra deck, I played. Give me one moment. No, one Restarted Starling. 1/7 Nightmare to help you get into Zeus. Pretty good. Starling, Restarted Starling, I don't think I made it throughout the tournament at all. It's just really good for fixing hands, but I never really needed to do it or could do it to make use of Restarted Starling throughout the tournament. So still really good. And Fury, just never got the chance to really like utilize Starling. So there's that. Awesome Nightmare, really good for time. Zeus clearing boards. Stupid. The one Verte for the Branded Fusion, and then the target Mirror Jade, and the target to send off of Mirror Jade, the one Brigand. I only wanted to play one because I didn't think if I was going into a later game state, I feel like the TRi-Brigade engine was strong enough to get you there. I don't think playing the second target was really too necessary. Plus, this is a really tight extra deck, so it's hard to fit more than one target. So I don't know how to cut maybe Restarted Starling because Zeus was so good. It's just whatever you want to do, whatever you want to prioritize is how you should design your extra deck. And for this build, I feel like everything else was fine. If you play correctly, it should get you there. And if they got it, they got it. You can't do much about it. And then for the TRi-Brigade Link monsters, the one Silver, the one Bear Brum, the 2 Omen. Oh, the 2 Omen. Third is never very necessary as long as you manage resources correctly again. The one Farajit. I missed the second one, but again, the extra deck is still tight. One was all I could afford to play, and if I played correctly, one did its job for the most part, and you can't really complain. The one Appaloosa, great card for putting pressure on the board. Double Dragon Lords, good card for clearing shit, random miscellaneous stuff. Access Code Talker for stealing games, and then the one's Amraj, because Amraj is Amraj. For shoutouts, Shout out my boy Zayd Ahmed, who loaned me most of the cards I needed to complete the deck for the event. He rolled it with me. He beat me last round of the game, so I guess he gets his karma for helping me out. So there's that. Shout out to all my opponents that I play against. They're pretty good people, very nice, patient people. So I appreciate them for that. Shout outs to my locals. The two locals I typically attend, Gamer Edge and Adventure Games. Adventure Games is really good for casual new players. Very friendly environment. Gamer's Edge is really good for a semi-competitive environment. A lot of good players go there in my area. Shout out to Ben Un. This is essentially, he's literally played a locals at Adventure Games the one day. And he just let me look at his list and just ask him a lot of questions. So I appreciate him, and shout out to him again as well. And sub down to his YouTube channel. He's a really good player. He has a lot of good insight in the game. Aside from that, that's pretty much it. You guys have a good day. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you want me to explain any combos or anything along the lines of that, just comment down below. I'll point you in the right direction. I might even make a video if you guys would like that. So again, you guys have a good day and stay safe.